Hey there, world travelers. This is Liquidy, and I am super excited to bring you another edition of Travel Tips Thursday and telling you what is new and open in the world of travel. And this week, I am super. Can you tell I'm really excited about bringing you Hawaii travel? So, Hawaii travel is now open, and I'm super excited to tell you about what is open in Hawaii travel. So, so Hawaii was closed for a long time, but now, as far as back in October 15th, um, you can come and visit. So Hawaiian Islands are amazing. And if you listen to the COVID travel update podcast, I will be having a series of 3 different interviews with Tony LeBay, where we talk about 2 islands each interview to cover the 6 main islands of the Hawaiian Islands and what you can do and what is fun and where you should stay and what you should eat and all those fun things about Hawaii. Hawaii is a wonderful place to be, and I absolutely love Hawaii. I've only been to Maui, and Kauai has been on my hit list. I've actually scheduled to go to Kauai twice and haven't made it, so the third time is going to be the charm, and that's definitely next on my hit list for Hawaii Islands. And Hawaiians are very warm and welcoming. It's a great place to travel. There's Hawaiian native language and English spoken on the islands. Some of the islands, they only speak Hawaiian native, and that's some of the smaller islands. But that's really great. I was listening to a podcast a little bit ago about how there were only 50 people who spoke Hawaiian back in the 1940s, and that number has increased to 10,000 because they've been spreading the culture of their language, which is really beautiful. And so now 10,000 Hawaiians speak native Hawaiian. In Hawaii, there is beauty and there's extraordinary spaces, and just anywhere you go, you'll find wonderful beaches. If you love beaches, Hawaii is an amazing place to be. They have excellent food. They have really fun experiences. I learned how to surf in Hawaii, which was really fun and was a bucket list item for me. And they have really great hospitality. So beginning October 15th, a pre-travel testing option is going to allow travelers an alternative to Hawaii's mandatory 14-day quarantine. So previously, it was you had to go there and do 14 days of quarantine, and then you could go and travel on the islands. That way, if you did have COVID, you would have stayed in a hotel for 14 days and would not be able to spread it, which I cannot blame them because COVID is on the rise. So for more information, you can visit hawaiicovid19.com/travel. And then you can register with the state of Hawaii Safe Travels online system. And I will put that link on the YouTube video for sure, so you can look underneath that and see. The state of Hawaii only accepts test results from trusted testing and travel partners, and there is a full list, which I will put a link for as well. All incoming travelers are required to have their temperatures checked and complete a health questionnaire online before they leave the airport. See full details and steps on how to efficiently plan your trip to the Hawaiian Islands. I will put those links in the resources. So it says information for U.S. travelers. Currently, international travel restrictions prohibit European and other countries from traveling to the U.S. So here is a link of countries says that are prohibited from entering the U.S. So countries, if you are a citizen of one of these countries, you cannot come in to the United States. That is China, Iran, European Schengen area, which includes Austria, Belgium, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Italy, Latvia, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Monaco, San Marino, and Vatican City. You may also not enter the U.S. if you're from the United Kingdom. So any of these countries, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, or Brazil. So there's very few exceptions to that, but those people cannot enter Hawaii or any of the U.S. destinations. So there is a full list of trusted testing places that the state of Hawaii has registered that you can use the COVID test to be able, and if you're clear, you can come and visit the island. So it's AFC Urgent Care, Portland, Bartell Drugs, Carbon Health, City Urgent Care, Clinical Laboratories of Hawaii, Color CVS Health, Diagnostic Laboratory Services Hawaii, Discovery Health MD, Hawaii Pacific Health, Minute Medical, Kaiser Permanente, Quest Diagnostics, Urgent Care Hawaii, Vault Health, and Walgreens as of October 21st. So this was just a couple weeks ago. There's also, they have a list of Japan tested trusting partners that you can also go to, and Trans-Pacific. There is an AFC Urgent Care in Portland. So COVID-19 tests are available only at Oregon clinics on the AFC Urgent Care Portland website. And tests are available for ages 5 and older. And all of those places I mentioned earlier are places you can go to get testing, to clear yourself to go to Hawaii once you apply online. So it is a little bit of a complicated process. However, I believe Hawaii is worth it. It's really, really fun place to go. You can visit travel.hawaii.gov to find out some more information. And you can also take the, there's also like a little graphic on here that says, once you register for the Safe Travels Online program, then no earlier than 72 hours before your flight departure time, you have to take the FDA authorized nucleic acid amplification test. It's an NAAT test from a state of Hawaii trusted testing or travel partner, which I just mentioned. There are more. I will put that link in there. If you have a negative result, you want to upload that to your Safe Travels account so Hawaii knows that you have a negative result. If the results are still pending 24 hours prior to your boarding flight, you can log into Safe Travels account and fill out the travel health questionnaire, receive a QR code upon completion, travel to Hawaii, socially distance, wear masks covering nose and mouth, arrive at the Hawaii airport, and then there's a secondary screening at the Hawaii airport, temperature taken, show Safe Travels QR code so they can see your account. Quarantine until results are received and uploaded into Safe Travels account. If you have a negative result, you just have to upload that into your account. If you have a positive result, you have to immediately isolate, and your departure is going to be subject to the state of Hawaii's positive restrictions, which I'm sure means like they will not let you travel, obviously, if you have COVID and you test positive for that. So if you are quarantined, it's 14 days. You go directly to a quarantine location, and you may only leave that location for medical emergencies. So quarantine is not required if you have a positive or a negative test result, and you can show them that, and you have uploaded that negative test result from one of their trusted lab test partners into your secure portal for travel to Hawaii, then you are set. So it is a little bit of a technical process. It is a little bit of work, but I think it's totally worth it to go to the Hawaiian Islands, and you still need to wear a mask. So just so you know, it says, starting October 15th, you do have to go through this pre-travel testing option, and that's an alternative. If you don't want to go through the option, you do have to be in a quarantine location for 14 days. I would rather go through the testing option. You do need to pack your mask and face covering on your carry-on luggage, and always wear your mask in public. So that is a requirement. Their Hawaiian Islands are being safe. I cannot blame them. You don't want to have more COVID cases. And it says travelers who arrive without proof of a valid negative COVID-19 NAAT from the state of Hawaii's trusted testing and travel partners are going to be subject to the 14-day mandatory self-quarantine. All trans-pac travelers participating in the Safe Travels program are going to be required to take a county-administered COVID-19 test upon arrival to the Hawaii Island. And the tests will be administered at all 3 airports, and the cost of the test will be borne by Hawaii County. So you won't have to pay for the test if you do it in Hawaii. However, if you do it in Hawaii, you're going to have to wait the 72 hours and be quarantined until you have a negative test result. But definitely, if you're thinking about Hawaii, definitely go on Safe Travels Hawaii and open up your account. Start filling out that information and start getting started on that. And it says also, make sure when you're flying there to give yourself extra time to get through airport security, because testing requirements prior to arrival are noted on the testing section. And right now, you cannot cruise to Hawaii. The CDC announced the extension of a no sail order for cruise ships at least until October 31st, which has now passed. But I'm not sure if that is, we'll do that in a future one. In flight and arrival, make sure you follow your air carrier guidance because each air carrier is different. Always wear masks inside your when you go to a specific. What am I think of? Oh, you always have to wear a mask when you're at an airport. You cannot not wear a mask at an airport, and all airplane companies require you to wear a mask on the airplane. They will escort you off. They will turn around your taxi. They will turn around even if they're taxiing on and escort you off if you do not wear one on the plane. So be safe and be smart and just wear it. When you come into Hawaii, you're going to have your temperature checked. And if you have a temperature of 100.4 degrees or higher, display COVID symptoms or provide answers on the state traveler health form that require additional testing, you will be required to complete a secondary screening at the airport performed by a trained healthcare staff. So it's definitely restrictive, but it is definitely doable. I will make sure I put those links for you in the description below so you can see that and you can click on it and you know where to go, what to do to get to Hawaii. And definitely check out the COVID Travel Update podcast where I'm going to talk to Tony LeBay about amazing things in Hawaii that you absolutely love. It is such a wonderful place to go. Hawaii and Alaska are two places in the United States you definitely want to go. And I'd always also recommend Utah National Parks because they're beautiful as well. All right, my global travel friends, I hope you're having a great day and I hope you are thinking about your next big travel vacation because even though you may not be able to travel right this minute, you can always dream now and start planning now and finish planning later and have something awesome and exciting to look forward to because that helps everybody's emotional health and gives you a little bit of a positive outlook. All right, my friends. So I hope you're having a great day and I will see you next week.